there it is. You look at that shiny new bottom end. Brand new engine, short block, about 1,000 miles on it. But it's got a little, and you can hear it right there. I'm not sure if it's a power steering issue or not there. I haven't tried to try to get into it that far. I know these power steering inlets can suck a little air sometimes, or it could be a brittle hose where this was, all this was set over to the side. It's got some kind of little, whine that's developed in it. But got a brand new engine in it. About 1,000 miles on it. Compliments of the aftermarket warranty company CNA and Subaru. We'll get into those details here in just a minute. Hi y'all, here we are. Follow up to the first video, 574 miles of oil consumption on our little road trip to Memphis. Later that following week, so that video was made on Sunday, and later that following week, left at the Subaru, excuse me, our local Subaru dealership, and the official amount of oil consumption was 1.1 quarts of oil in just under 1,000 miles. Now, as you may recall, we had 574 miles just on the road trip, and then a week and a few days of her just normal daily driving. So that, by the time we got to the dealership, was 900 and some odd miles. It was just less than 1,000 miles. The official oil consumption was 1.1 quart. So the car went in with 117,305 and came out. Jimmy forgot to note it here on the RO, but it come out with 117,310. What was on the odometer. But anyway, Subaru of Gallatin was wonderful, very helpful. We spoke both with the service manager, Thomas Broderick, and our service advisor was Jimmy Thompson. Now, fortunately, Stephanie, my lovely girlfriend, was smart enough, she's a very intelligent woman, she paid me to say that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm in trouble. Anyway, she was smart enough to get a aftermarket warranty when she bought the car, and it paid off in this instance. The warranty company was CNA. Now, my experience with new car dealerships and so forth, kind of what's in the contract. And I spoke with one of my best friends, Mike Schroeder, who is a 30-year generic meathead, General Motors service department tech and shop foreman. And he reminded me, he said, they're going to try to get out of that, or at least put a used engine in that car. And I said, I'm not accepting the used engine. It'll just be the same thing over again. And I made that clear to our service advisor, Jimmy Thompson. And he was, by the way, a great service advisor, great to work with, very helpful, as I'm fixing to get into. So he took it up with the warranty company. I believe from understanding him, my understanding, that they started giving him a little pushback, and he went to the general manager of the dealership. The general manager says, we sell CNA warranties. And they got a hold of a district rep for CNA and basically told them, either you put a new engine in this car or we're going to stop selling your warranty. And well, thank God for Jimmy and that service manager, and it all come together. We've got a brand new short block in this car. And that's the lower end. That's not the heads and the intake, just the lower end. Now, I inquired about the timing chain and the guides and so forth. Was willing to step up and say, hey, okay, go ahead and put these in. I'll pay for them. They said they were all fine, that they don't have issues with that. So anyway, we made a case with Subaru, figured why not, roll the dice on it. And Subaru picked up the deductible for the aftermarket warranty, which was $110.56. So I've got the RO right here. Also, Stephanie had an axle replaced at another Subaru dealership in downtown Nashville, and they put the wrong axle in. Well, it was an aftermarket axle, it wasn't even a Hyundai OEM part, and it had some problems. And Jimmy got that took care of as well. So step up here, babe. Let me show them the RO here. So here's the RO, and there's the short block. The complaints for the popping on the axle. Am I getting all of it? The complaint for the, and then the solution, they replaced the axle. And if you look at the bottom line, this was the total, and this was her deductible with the warranty plus tax. And Subaru reimbursed for the deductible and the tax, $110.56. So God blessed us. We've got a new axle, a new engine, and everything's great. We've put about, 1,000 miles, a little over 1,000 miles on it so far. Everything's fine. We haven't done any real road trips yet, but everything's going great with it. Now also, on top of the new engine, like any service department should, they did a little vehicle inspection, found the front brakes were 2 millimeter, and it needed a cabin air filter and an engine air filter, which she took care of the cabin air filter and the engine air filter. Smart girl. And I took care of the brakes. Put power stop brakes on them. I believe it was our Z36. Anyway, I'll include pictures here in a minute of the power stop rotors and brake pads. They're the slotted and cross drilled rotors. So we'll see how they do. I've put about 50 miles on them so far. Doing great. Come up here, let's get a shot through the wheels. This is after about 50 to 60 miles of driving. Of course, they'll eventually lose their shininess, but you can see that they still got some shininess to them there, but that's the cross drilled and slotted rotors. And that's that. That's the update so far. I do suspect here with the 118,000 approaching 400 miles that there's a torque converter shutter, if not a transmission issue, but thankfully she's got the warranty, and wow, the warranty paid off. That's all I can say, and I'm thankful she got it. And that's that. Stay tuned. I'll show some still shot of the power stop brakes and the receipt from Summit for how much I paid for them. Thanks for watching. One more thing, guys. I know that there has been issues with some of these cars with power steering sucking air through the O-ring on the inlet, or the hose sucking air. Now obviously they've had the power steering pump off and over to the side, I would say, with the hose and everything connected, but you hear that, you know, it hasn't been doing that until here recently, and it could even be an alternator, but I've got suspicions of being an alternator to power steering issue. Drive it up a little bit, you hear that? So if anybody's got any ideas, please comment below. We definitely like to know your thoughts on that. And look forward to hearing from you, reading in the comments. Thank you. Thanks for watching.